Do you want to see some first-class dining in Belgium? Well, then this video might not be for you. I'm not a foodie. I'm just a regular guy with a palate like a 10-year-old who likes to try different things. And this is my slightly quirky food tour of Belgium. Belgium is a pretty young country. It became an independent nation in 1830, but it's definitely put its mark on the world since then. If nothing else, it's done it with its culinary scene. Belgium is a culinary melting pot that's drawn inspiration from many places in Europe. France, of course, but also Germany and the Netherlands. There are many local specialties, not only when it comes to food, but also snacks and drinks. In this video, I'll show you lots of different dishes and things to try, but there's one thing that you won't see. Moule frites is basically the national dish of Belgium, but I'm not fond of mussels at all, so you won't see me try that one. Still, I hope that I can show you a lot of other interesting things, so let's get started with our tour right here in Brussels. But no mussels in Brussels. That's cheesy, I'll cut it away. Flemish stew is also called Carbonnade in French. Sorry, I can't pronounce it at all, I don't know any French, but it looks absolutely delicious either way. It's not really anything fancy, it's basically just a beef and onion stew with dark beer as well. But you shouldn't judge a meal by its ingredients, the devil's in the details, or in the preparation rather. And the presentation as well, I guess. But either way, let's see what this tastes like. That meat is really tender. It must have been cooking for a long time. It's really nice. If anything, I think it reminds me a little bit of Swedish calops without bay leaves. But that's just fine, because I like calops. The origins of Flemish stew is basically veiled in the mists of time, because people have most likely been eating it for thousands of years. But there are many ways of cooking it. You can use different types of meat or different types of beer, and you can serve it with French fries or stomp or even gingerbread. I'm pretty happy they skipped gingerbread for this one. You can't go to Belgium without trying Belgian waffles. Everyone knows about these waffles, of course. They're often thicker than regular waffles and with deeper ridges to catch all the creamy goodness. Or jammy goodness or buttery goodness. You can serve these waffles in many different ways. I actually went for strawberries and vanilla ice cream. Oh well, let's see how it tastes. I'm all for saving the environment, but wooden cutlery are completely useless. Impossible to cut anything with them, even a waffle. Rabbit is popular in Belgium, and I really wanted to try some. I don't think I've had rabbit since I was in Malta ages ago. I've heard that rabbit with prunes is a local specialty, but rabbit with beer appears to be even more popular, at least in touristy areas like Brussels. This is Lapin à la Gueuze, and Gueuze is a Belgian lambic beer, which this little rabbit has been cooked in. You can also find a lot of rabbit in Kriek. Kriek is another type of lambic beer, so I guess these are quite similar. So beer and cute animals at the same time. What's not to like? Now let's see what it tastes like. Very nice. A little bit mild in the taste, but very nice overall. Not gamey at all. I thought rabbit would be a little bit more gamey. And it comes with fries. Everything in Belgium comes with fries. I think it's the law here. I don't know why people are rubbing this arm, but when in Brussels... The Black Tower was built in the 13th century, and it's one of the best preserved first fortifications of Brussels. These days it's mostly famous for being a 13th century building surrounded by modern architecture. I have no idea why it's called the Black Tower. It doesn't look very black to me. What do you think that these are? Admit it, you were about to say French fries. Don't call them French fries. These are of course Belgian fries. According to one story, the name French fries comes from American soldiers being stationed in Belgium during World War I. The official language in Belgium was French, so the soldiers started calling them French fries. Belgian fries have been around since the 1600s, and they've been very popular in both France and Belgium since then. There's even a bit of rivalry between France and Belgium regarding which country actually invented the fries. But since we're in Belgium today, I guess we have to side with Belgian fries being the original ones. Cheers to that. I'm actually not very fond of fries with mayo. I'm not sure why I asked for this. I guess I wanted the classic version. Belgian chocolate has a bit of history. In 1635, Belgium was under Spanish occupation, and Spain had just brought chocolate to Europe. By the mid-18th century, it had become really popular to drink hot chocolate, and chocolate became even more popular when people started mixing it with milk. But none of that helps explain why Belgium in particular became famous for its chocolate. In the 1900s, Belgium had colonies in Congo, and they grew cocoa there. That meant that they had access to a lot of cocoa and that they started to produce a lot of chocolate. By 1960, Belgium exported more chocolate than they consumed, and by 1980, Belgian chocolate's fame started to rise more and more every year. But it's not just that Belgium produced large quantities of chocolate, they also produced quality chocolate. Chocolate pralines was a Belgian invention from 1912, for example, and today there are more than 2,000 chocolatiers in the country. And since chocolate is so famous here, there's even a chocolate museum to visit. At the Choco-Story museum, you can learn all about the history of chocolate and also see demonstrations about how it's made. I think this video would be way too long if I tried to dive too deep into that topic, but it's really fascinating. If I ever visit a cocoa plantation, I promise to make a special video all about the production of chocolate. Fun fact, the most scathing review I saw online about this museum is that the chocolate museum doesn't have free samples. First of all, if that's the worst thing you have to say about a museum, it's not really all that bad, is it? But secondly, it's actually not true either, because there are free samples. Belgian fries are known all over the world under a slightly different name, French fries. But we are in Belgium right now, so let's make sure we call them Belgian fries. And this is probably the only place in the world where there's a fry museum. The Frietmuseum is the place to visit if you want to know everything there is to know about Belgian fries. I almost said French fries. I don't really know what there is to know about French fries though. It's potatoes dipped in oil. But I can't really miss the opportunity to check out a very strange museum like this. If nothing else, the entrance ticket is worth it, just for the very strange musical number about fries.
Ladies and gentlemen, just for you at the big Carbonnade, the true secret of Belgian fries. Number 11.
Cook as once, cook as twice, let us sweat in between. Serve us in the paper cone, a dash of salt, but don't forget the plastic fork, the plastic fork, the plastic fork, the plastic fork. We are fries, but not French. We are fried, cook as once.
I'm at the Museum of Belgian fries and I felt like a little snack. So what do you think I'm having? French fries? Belgian fries, I mean? No, of course not. I'm having Bitterballen. I've had these in the Netherlands before, but never in Belgium. Well, I've never been to Belgium before, but I wonder if they are different or the same. Apparently, they're full of horse meat. Fried horse. Let's give it a shot. Amazingly good, but amazingly hot. But yeah, I think they are the same as in the Netherlands. Look at this. A nice mushy filling and, well, a fried exterior. What's not to like? Waterzooi is a stew from the Flanders that can be made out of chicken or fish. This one is chicken, because I don't like fish. The name comes from the ingredients being primarily boiled. This dish is often called Gentse Waterzooi because it supposedly originated in the town of Ghent, where I am today. So quite appropriate, isn't it? So how does it taste? Creamy. Aside from chicken, there's also potatoes and scallions and a lot of different vegetables in it. And cream, most likely a lot of cream. And if I ever forget what it's called, they even wrote the name on the bowl. I think that's a sign of quality and not of touristiness, right? Beer has been produced in Belgium all the way since Roman times, so they've had a lot of time to perfect the art. Most people have heard about Trappist beers, but it's actually not a specific type of beer. It just means that it's brewed at a monastery. There's also abbey beers, which are brewed in a monastic style, but they aren't brewed by an official Trappist brewery. Another special type of beer in Belgium is lambic, a fruity wheat beer. There are many other types of beers here as well. Pils, pale lager, blonde ales, and a lot more. But since I'm in Belgium, I have to try the local specialties, and that means Trappist beers, for example. The thing is, I'm more of a lager drinker, so this isn't really my cup of tea, or glass of beer. And they're really strong as well. Most Trappist beers are 7% or higher, and this one is 9%. So if I get drunk now, then it's your fault. Oh well, cheers to that. I was looking around for interesting places to visit in Brussels, and I heard about this place called Cercueil. That apparently means the coffin. I wonder why. I think I understand why now. Note that if you visit Cercueil, it's a cash-only bar, but if you order for 15 euros or more, then you can pay by card as well. It's quite worth it, just for the atmosphere. Well, that's it for this slightly strange food tour of Belgium. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Now it's time for you to like and subscribe, but most importantly, have a great day. Oh, and make sure you check out this video as well. It's gonna be up here in the corner. I think I'm looking at it. Otherwise, I'm gonna look pretty silly right now.